So, you're a new parent. Welcome to the club. Bringing a newborn home is, well, it's everything, isn't it? It's incredible. But if we're being honest, it can also be a little bit terrifying. If you're feeling that mix of total joy and slight panic, you are definitely not alone. We're here to walk you through a few really simple but absolutely crucial tips to help you feel way more confident on this wild ride. This quote, wow, it really gets right to the point. Newborns are just so fragile, and it's true. Even what seems like a tiny little oversight can cause a problem. Now, the point of this isn't to make you more anxious. Not at all. It's actually the opposite. It's about empowering you so you know what to look out for and can feel prepared. So, where are we headed today? Here's the game plan. We're going to start with that delicate umbilical cord. Then we'll dive into the basic rules of hygiene and how to create a safe space for your baby. After that, we'll talk about why you need to be a hawk-eyed supervisor and get their nutrition right. And we'll wrap it all up by talking about your most important tool, your own confidence. First things first, let's tackle something that can feel a little intimidating for brand new parents. Taking care of that little umbilical cord stump. But I promise, the rules here are actually super simple and easy to follow. You know what's great about this? You don't need any special creams or lotions. Your number one job here is to prevent infection. And the absolute best way to do that is just to keep the area clean and, most of all, dry. Just let nature take its course and it'll fall off all on its own. Simple as that. Okay, with cord care down, let's move on to the basics of daily hygiene. You can think of this as your first line of defense for keeping your little one healthy and comfortable. You're going to become a pro at this, trust me. And this simple routine can save your baby a world of discomfort. Obviously, you'll clean the area well, but here's the secret weapon against diaper rash. Make sure that skin is completely, totally dry before the fresh diaper goes on. That, plus changing them often, is the magic formula. And hygiene goes way beyond just diapers. A newborn's immune system is still, booting up. So it's really important that everything they come into contact with is squeaky clean. That means sterilizing bottles and anything else for feeding. And washing their clothes and sheets every day with a gentle, baby-safe solution to keep those germs away. All right, we've nailed personal hygiene. Now let's kind of zoom out and look at their surroundings. Creating a safe little bubble for them is just as crucial. The great clothing dilemma. It can be so tricky to get it just right. It's a classic new parent move to overbundle them, right? But that can make them sweaty, which then can actually give them a chill. But on the other hand, too few layers and they can get cold and congested. A really good rule of thumb, dress them in one more layer than you're comfortable in. For the first few months, think of yourself as the head of security for your baby's protective bubble. This means keeping furry family members at a safe distance. No accidental scratches or licks. It also means as much as you want to show them off, it's best to avoid big crowds for a little while and maybe limit the visitors. You just can't be sure everyone is as careful about germs as you are. Okay, this next point is probably the single most important rule in the whole playbook. It's simple and it is absolutely non-negotiable. Constant supervision. Let's just pause and really think about this for a second. It sounds so obvious, but what catches people by surprise is how incredibly fast something can happen. I mean, in the blink of an eye. Understanding the real risks here is why this rule has zero exceptions. And the dangers, they're usually just everyday things we don't even think about. A baby who can't even crawl yet can still wiggle their way right off a bed. And since their main way of exploring the world is with their mouth, any tiny object can suddenly become a serious choking hazard. There's just no substitute for having your eyes on them. Now, let's switch gears and talk about what's fueling all this amazing growth, nutrition. Especially in that first year, what they eat, and just as importantly, what they don't eat, is absolutely critical. This timeline couldn't be clearer. For that entire first year, the menu has only two options: breast milk or formula. That's it. It is so important to hold off on cow's milk during this time. Their tiny digestive systems just aren't mature enough to handle it yet. So, we have covered a ton of ground here, from the umbilical cord to hygiene to safety, supervision, and food. With all of that, what's the one big thing you should really walk away with? It's really this. Your baby is the most precious thing in the world. And all of this advice, it isn't meant to scare you or make you second-guess yourself. It's meant to do the exact opposite. It's designed to empower you so you can handle the day-to-day stuff with confidence and you can focus on the absolute joy of it all. And that brings us to our last question, one for you to take home. The real trick is turning all this knowledge into a habit. So think about it. How can you weave these little safety checks into a daily routine that feels natural and comforting for both you and your baby? Because that routine, that's what builds the safe, loving foundation for your whole new life together.